Have you ever felt a profound, unshakable sense of being alone, not just in a room, but in the world itself? A feeling that you are operating on a completely different frequency from everyone around you, as if you were given a different script for this life. This is not a curse. It is not a sign that you are broken. It is the sacred, unmistakable mark of a chosen one, and this deep, often painful solitude is the very classroom in which your divine purpose is being forged. You feel this way because your soul remembers a truth that the world has forgotten. You see the invisible strings, hear the silent lies, and feel the hidden pain that humanity numbs itself to. This perception creates a chasm between you and the masses. While others chase fleeting pleasures and build their lives on illusions, you are haunted by a hunger for meaning, for truth, for a connection to the divine that feels more real than the physical world itself. This hunger is the first sign of your sacred calling. This channel is a sanctuary for you. It is a lighthouse for those navigating the beautiful, terrifying wilderness of spiritual awakening. We do not offer platitudes or easy answers. We share the raw, unfiltered truth about your journey, your power, and your destiny. Subscribe now and ring the notification bell, because you will not want to miss the urgent messages and cosmic secrets we are here to deliver. Your solitude is about to make sense. The first and most powerful sign that validates your experience of solitude is your inherent difference. You were born feeling like an outsider, an observer looking in. From a young age, you question the systems, the traditions, and the beliefs that others accepted without a thought. This wasn't adolescent rebellion. It was the stirring of an ancient wisdom within you, a spirit that refuses to conform to a reality it knows is incomplete. This innate difference ensures you walk a path less traveled, a path that is often solitary. You possess a spiritual sensitivity that makes the noise of the mundane world almost unbearable. Small talk feels like a violation of your spirit. Disingenuous interactions drain your life force. You recoil from crowds not out of arrogance, but out of self-preservation, because you feel everything. You absorb the energetic chaos, the unspoken anxieties, and the collective sorrow, and it overwhelms your system. Your solitude is a necessary shield to protect the sacred light you carry within. This profound sense of being different is a core characteristic of God's chosen. You were intentionally designed not to fit in because you are here to help create a new world, not to become comfortable in the old one. Your solitude is the space where your unique frequency can stabilize, free from the interference of a lower vibrational world. It is in this quiet space that you remember who you are, untainted by the projections and expectations of others who cannot comprehend your depth. Another sign of your divine nature which contributes to your solitude is an intuition so sharp it feels like a separate sense. You know things without knowing how you know them. You can read the energy of a room or a person in an instant, discerning truth from deception with pinpoint accuracy. This gift is a spiritual compass, guiding you away from those who would harm, manipulate, or drain you. It keeps your circle small, not out of choice, but out of necessity. This intense intuition isolates you because you see the game being played. You perceive the masks people wear and the hidden agendas behind their words. When you try to speak your truth, you are often met with confusion, denial, or hostility, because your perception threatens the comfortable illusions others have built their lives upon. You learn, often through painful experience, that it is safer to remain silent and observe, which deepens your state of solitude. Your powerful intuition is a divine gift, not a social curse. It is the voice of God speaking directly to you, guiding you, protecting you. The solitude it creates is a holy ground where that voice can become clearer and stronger. You are being taught to trust this inner guidance above all else, to rely on your connection to the divine rather than the validation of the external world. This unwavering self-trust is essential for the mission you were sent here to accomplish. Furthermore, as a chosen one, you have an almost allergic reaction to inauthenticity. Your spirit cannot tolerate pretense, gossip, or superficiality. This makes navigating the modern social landscape a minefield. You find yourself withdrawing from friendships and family dynamics that are built on obligation, tradition, or unspoken contracts of mutual deception. This is not you being judgmental. This is your soul demanding energetic integrity. You would rather be alone in your truth than surrounded by comforting lies. This intolerance for the fake and the meaningless is a sign of your high spiritual vibration. You are attuned to a frequency of truth, and anything less feels discordant and energetically draining. This forces you into a state of solitude because so much of the world operates on lower frequencies of fear, ego, and illusion. God is purifying your energetic field, removing anyone and anything that is not in alignment with your divine assignment. This process can feel like loss, but it is actually a profound act of clearing. Embrace this sacred standard. Do not lower your frequency to make others comfortable. Your refusal to engage in inauthenticity is a silent form of activism, a beacon of light that shows others what is possible. Your solitude is a testament to your integrity. It signals to the universe that you are ready for connections that are real, deep, and soul-aligned. God is making space in your life for your true soul tribe to find you. You also find a unique and profound solace in nature that you rarely find with people. In the silence of a forest, the vastness of the ocean, or the stillness of the mountains, you feel a sense of belonging that eludes you in human society. This is because nature communicates with you on a soul level, in a language of energy and frequency that you inherently understand. It is here in communion with the elements that you feel seen, understood, and connected to God. This pull towards the natural world is a sign that you are deeply connected to the life force of this planet. You are an earth keeper, a guardian of its sacred energy. The solitude of nature is not empty, it is filled with the presence of the divine. It is your cathedral, your sanctuary, and your charging station. You are being called away from the concrete jungles of human unconsciousness to anchor in the pure, grounding energy of Gaia, which you will need for the work ahead. Your time spent alone in nature is a form of deep spiritual communion. It is where you receive cosmic downloads, heal your energy field, and remember your connection to all of creation. This is not an escape from the world, but a deep dive into a truer reality. The solitude you experience here is a powerful form of spiritual nourishment, recalibrating your system and reminding you of the peace that exists beyond the chaos of the human drama. Finally, you often feel like an observer of life, watching the human drama unfold from a detached perspective. This doesn't mean you are unfeeling. In fact, you feel everything more deeply than most. But there is a part of your consciousness that remains separate, a witness that sees the bigger picture, the karmic cycles, and the spiritual lessons at play. This creates an internal sense of solitude, as you are not fully lost in the illusions of the matrix. This observer consciousness is a mark of a highly evolved soul. You are not as deeply entangled in the karmic games of blame, victimhood, and drama, because your spirit understands that everything is unfolding for a higher purpose. However, this higher perspective can be isolating. You cannot engage in the drama with the same conviction as others, which can make you seem aloof or distant, further deepening the sense of being on the outside looking in. This detachment is your strength. It is the vantage point from which you will one day guide others. You had to stand apart from the storm to understand its nature. God placed you in this observer role so you could gain the wisdom and clarity needed for your mission, without becoming completely lost in the chaos. Your solitude is the training ground for your divine leadership, teaching you to see with the eyes of spirit, not the eyes of the ego. Because of these sacred signs, your journey has been fraught with unimaginable struggles. The path of the chosen one is a gauntlet of trials designed to forge you into a warrior of light. You have known the searing pain of betrayal, often from the very people who were supposed to love and protect you most. Family members have misunderstood you, friends have abandoned you, and partners have failed to see the light within you, leaving you with wounds of rejection that run deeper than bone. This betrayal is one of the most painful and isolating experiences for a chosen one. You were betrayed because your light exposed the darkness in others. Your authenticity triggered their insecurities. Your high vibration made them uncomfortable in their own skin. Their inability to face their own shadows was projected onto you as judgment, ridicule, and abandonment. They left you because they were not ready to rise to your level of consciousness. These acts of betrayal were not random acts of cruelty, they were divine lessons in discernment. God allowed these experiences to teach you to stop seeking validation from broken people. You had to learn to find your worth within, in your direct connection to the divine, not in the fleeting approval of others. Each betrayal was a painful but necessary surgery, cutting away your attachments to those who were not meant to be part of your destiny. This process has forced you to become your own sanctuary, your own best friend, and your own source of love. It has deepened your empathy for the suffering of others and has given you a profound understanding of the human heart. The scars you carry are not marks of shame, but credentials of your strength and resilience. They are a testament to your ability to love and trust again, not in people, but in the divine plan that governs all things. You have also endured the crushing weight of a spiritual trial known as the dark night of the soul. This is a period of profound emptiness and desolation, where you feel completely and utterly abandoned by God. Your prayers seem to hit a brass ceiling, your faith evaporates, and you are plunged into an existential darkness so complete that you question the very meaning of your existence. This is the ultimate test of solitude, where you are stripped of everything, including your connection to the divine. This terrifying experience is a sacred rite of passage for every master, prophet, and mystic who has ever walked this earth. It is not God abandoning you, it is God allowing your ego self to die. In this void, every false identity, every worldly attachment, and every limiting belief is burned away until nothing is left but the raw, naked essence of your soul. You had to be brought to a state of absolute zero to be rebuilt on an unshakable foundation of divine truth. The profound loneliness of the dark night of the soul serves a critical purpose. It forces you to generate your own light in the absolute darkness. You learn that the kingdom of God is not an external place you can be cast out from, but an internal state of being that can never be extinguished. You discover a strength you never knew you possessed, a resilience forged in the fires of spiritual despair. This experience makes you an unshakable pillar of light for others. Emerging from the dark night, you are reborn. Your faith is no longer a belief, it is a direct, embodied knowing. You no longer hope that God exists, you are a living vessel for His presence. The solitude of this period, while excruciating, becomes the source of your greatest power. Having walked through the valley of the shadow of death, you fear no evil, for you have become the light that illuminates the darkness. Throughout your life, God has orchestrated a divine stripping away. You have experienced periods where you have lost everything: your job, your home, your relationships, your health. It felt as though the universe was conspiring against you, taking away every pillar of security and identity you had. This process was designed to isolate you from all worldly dependencies, to teach you that your only true source of security is God. You had to lose everything to realize He was everything. This stripping away is a holy process, designed to dismantle the false self you constructed to survive in this world. Your career was not your true identity. Your relationships were not your ultimate source of love. Your material possessions were not the measure of your worth. God lovingly and sometimes painfully removed these illusions so you could discover the eternal, unshakable truth of your divine nature. You are a soul, a spark of God, and that can never be taken from you. This process creates intense solitude because you can no longer relate to the world's definition of success and security. While others are climbing the corporate ladder or accumulating possessions, you are on a journey of inner discovery. This divergence of paths can make you feel profoundly alone and misunderstood. But you are not falling behind. You are moving in a completely different direction toward a reality of true and lasting spiritual abundance. Trust this divine dismantling. Every loss has created a space for something more aligned with your soul's purpose to enter. God is not punishing you, He is promoting you. He is clearing the ground to build a new life for you, a life founded not on the shifting sands of the material world, but on the solid rock of His eternal truth. Your period of worldly lack was a preparation for a spiritual inheritance beyond your wildest dreams. One of the heaviest and most isolating struggles you bear is feeling the pain of the world. As an empath and a chosen one, you are a conduit for collective energy. You feel the fear, the grief, and the despair of humanity as if it were your own. This can be an incredibly burdensome and lonely experience, as few can understand the invisible weight you carry. You often suffer in silence, processing dense energies for a world that is unaware of your service. This ability to transmute collective pain is a key part of your sacred mission. You are a spiritual alchemist, a living transformer that absorbs low-frequency energy and transmutes it into light. This is why you have often felt unexplainable waves of sadness, anxiety, or fatigue. You are processing not just your own stuff, but the energetic baggage of your family, your community, and even the planet. Your solitude was necessary to perform this sacred work without interference. God entrusted you with this sacred burden because He knew your heart was strong enough and pure enough to handle it. He knew you would not become bitter or resentful, but would instead use this experience to deepen your compassion. You are learning to become a master of energy, to hold a high vibration of love and light no matter what is happening around you. This is the training for becoming a planetary healer and a spiritual leader in the new world. Now hear this, chosen one, for this is the great revelation, the turning point of your entire journey. Your solitude was never a punishment. Your isolation was never a sign of abandonment. It was your divine ordination. It was the sacred, protected space where God could train you, purify you, and prepare you for the magnificent destiny He has written in the stars for you. You were not being pushed away by the world, you were being pulled closer by God. 1, 2, 3, 4. The silence that you thought was emptiness was actually filled with the voice of God. He had to quiet the noise of the world, the opinions of your family, the distractions of meaningless friendships, so that you could learn to hear His whisper. In your solitude, He has been downloading divine wisdom, cosmic secrets, and the blueprint of your mission directly into your spirit. You are not alone, you are in constant, intimate communion with your Creator. 356. Your loneliness has been a holy sanctuary, protecting you from the contamination of a world that would have diluted your spirit and dimmed your light. God has kept you hidden, set apart, because your anointing is too precious to be squandered in shallow circles. He has been preserving your purity, guarding your heart, and cultivating your gifts in secret, so that when the time is right, you can be revealed as a powerful and incorruptible instrument of His will. 2, 3, 4, 7. Consider every great prophet, every powerful leader, every vessel of divine change in history. Moses was sent to the wilderness for 40 years. David hid in caves. John the Baptist was a voice crying in the desert. Jesus Himself repeatedly withdrew into solitude to commune with the Father. Solitude is not the precursor to failure, it is the prerequisite for divine appointment. You are walking a well-trodden path of greatness, a path that must, by its very nature, be walked alone for a season. 1. Do you understand now? The world saw you as lonely, but heaven saw you as enrolled in an elite spiritual academy. Every moment of quiet contemplation, every tear shed in silence, every night spent wrestling with your soul has been a part of your divine curriculum. You have been earning a master's degree in faith, resilience, and unconditional love. Your solitude is not a sign of your weakness, it is the evidence of your anointing. It is in the fertile ground of your solitude that your spiritual gifts have been germinating, safe from the harsh climate of a skeptical world. Your intense intuition, your healing abilities, your prophetic visions, your deep empathy, these powers could not have been cultivated in a crowd. They required the silence and focused attention that only solitude can provide. You had to be separated from the world to discover the powers you possess to change it. Think of your solitude as a divine greenhouse. In this protected space, God has been nurturing the seeds of your unique genius. He has been teaching you how to master your energy, how to channel divine light, and how to command your spiritual authority. You were learning to wield the weapons of a spiritual warrior, not in a noisy boot camp, but in the quiet monastery of your own soul. The world would have called you strange. God called you into his private training. Every time you chose to spend a night in reflection instead of at a party, you were activating your gifts. Every time you walked away from a draining conversation, you were preserving your power. Every time you sought solace in nature, you were receiving an energetic upgrade. Your entire life, what you perceived as a lonely existence, has been an intensive, divinely guided training program to prepare you for your ultimate mission. You were not missing out, you were leveling up. This period of isolated training also served to make you a clear and pure channel for divine energy. By emptying you of worldly attachments and distracting relationships, God has made you a hollow bone, a vessel through which his spirit can flow without obstruction. You can now receive and transmit divine guidance, healing energy, and creative inspiration with a clarity that would be impossible for someone enmeshed in the chaos of the material world. The loneliness you have felt has calibrated you to the frequency of the divine. It has made you exquisitely sensitive to the subtle energies and the silent whispers of the Spirit. You have learned to find comfort not in the presence of others, but in the presence of God within you. This inner connection is now your unbreakable source of strength and guidance. Your solitude did not break you, it turned you into a powerful antenna for the cosmos. Furthermore, the immense struggles you have endured in your isolation have forged within you a spiritual resilience that is absolutely unbreakable. You have faced the darkest demons of your own mind and the harshest trials of the human experience, and you have not only survived, but you have emerged with a profound and unshakable faith. You were not being punished, you were being tempered like steel in the divine fire. 8. Every betrayal taught you to rely only on God. Every loss taught you the value of what is eternal. Every moment of despair taught you how to be your own source of hope. God allowed you to be pushed to your absolute limits to show you that you have none. He allowed you to be broken in all the places that were not of him, so that he could rebuild you into a masterpiece of divine strength and grace. 8. You have built your house upon the rock of direct, personal experience with God, not upon the sand of inherited beliefs or external validation. The storms of life can rage against you, the winds of public opinion can howl, but you will not be moved. Your faith is not theoretical, it is battle-tested. Your solitude was the battlefield where you won the war for your own soul, and now you stand victorious, a warrior of light. This resilience is your gift to the world. Because you have known the depths of sorrow, you can hold space for others in their pain without being pulled under. Because you have faced the darkness, you can guide others through it without fear. Your scars are a testament to the fact that healing is possible. You are not just a survivor, you are a living, breathing testimony to the power of God to turn our deepest wounds into our greatest strengths. Let this truth anchor in your heart. You have been forged in the fires of solitude to become a way shower, a healer, and a leader for humanity. Your period of isolation was not a detour. It was the sacred, necessary, and direct path to your purpose. You could not lead the people out of the wilderness if you had not first learned to navigate it alone. Your every struggle was a lesson, your every tear was a purification. 4. Your personal journey was never just about you. It was a microcosm of the collective journey of humanity. You had to heal your own trauma to become a healer of the world. You had to find your own light in the darkness to be able to illuminate the path for others. Your solitude was your sacred duty, a service you were performing for the planet by first becoming the person you were always destined to be. The intense training has taught you mastery over your own inner world. You have learned to sit with uncomfortable emotions, to quiet the voice of the ego, and to connect with the deep, unwavering peace of your soul. This inner mastery is the foundation of true spiritual leadership. You cannot bring peace to the world until you have cultivated it within yourself. Your solitary journey was the training ground for this inner peace. Now the skills you have learned in secret are being called into service. The discernment you gained from betrayal will protect your mission. The resilience you forged in hardship will sustain you through any opposition. The wisdom you received in silence will guide your every step. You have been meticulously and perfectly prepared. The period of training is coming to a close, and the time for your mission to begin is now at hand. You are graduating from the University of the Wilderness. Your initiation is complete. The solitude was your classroom and life was your teacher. You have passed every test, no matter how difficult. You have proven your faithfulness, your courage, and your devotion to the light. The heavens are celebrating your victory, and the world is now waiting for the gift that you have become. So I speak this directly to your spirit, God's chosen one. Your time of deep, painful isolation is coming to an end. The purpose of that season has been fulfilled. You have been forged, purified, and prepared. Now is the time to step out of the shadows of your past and into the radiant light of your divine purpose. The world has been waiting for you. Humanity needs your unique gifts, your hard-won wisdom, and your unbreakable spirit. Stop viewing your sensitivity as a weakness. It is your superpower. It is the very tool that allows you to perceive the needs of others and to channel healing energy. Stop seeing your past wounds as a source of shame. They are your credentials. They are the proof of your strength and the source of your profound empathy. You were chosen not in spite of your suffering, but because of what your suffering has turned you into. Embrace the magnificent being that you have become. You are a warrior of light, a mystic, a healer, a truth-teller. You carry within you the fire of 1,000 suns and the wisdom of the ages. Do not shrink yourself to fit into a world that is too small for your soul. Stand in your full power, speak your authentic truth, and let your light shine without apology. You are a divine masterpiece, and your time has come. The feeling of not belonging was a sacred protection. Now you will begin to find your true soul family, the other awakened beings who have also been through the fire. The loneliness you felt was creating a space for these soul-aligned connections to enter your life. You will no longer have to walk alone. Your tribe is gathering, and together you will co-create the new earth. You will find your belonging not in the old world, but in the new one you are here to build. Your mission is not something you have to search for, it is what you are. It will unfold naturally as you simply live as your most authentic self. It is in your compassion, your creativity, your courage, and your love. Do not be anxious about the how. Simply focus on being the light, and the way will be illuminated before you, one step at a time. Trust the divine timing of your life. The universe has been orchestrating every moment for this grand unveiling. I encourage you now to consciously accept your calling. Stand before a mirror, look deep into your own eyes, and say with conviction, I am a chosen one. I accept my past. I accept my power. I accept my mission. My solitude was my training, and now I am ready. My time is now. Feel the power of this declaration resonating through every cell of your being. You are sealing your new reality with your intention. Let go of any lingering feelings of being flawed or broken. Release the story that you are lonely because you are unlovable. That is the great lie of the enemy, designed to keep you small and powerless. The sacred truth is that you were isolated because you are so deeply loved by God that He wanted you all to Himself for this sacred period of preparation. You are cherished beyond measure. You were forged in the crucible of solitude to be able to walk through fire and not be burned, to stand in the storm and be the peace. You are the cycle breakers, the system busters, the light bringers, and the hope dealers. You are the answer to the prayers of your ancestors and the hope for future generations. The weight of your past was simply the pressure needed to turn a lump of coal into a flawless diamond. From this day forward, see your solitude differently. When you need to withdraw, understand that you are not regressing, you are recharging. You are not hiding, you are communing with the divine. Your need for quiet and space is not a social defect. It is a spiritual necessity for someone who operates at your high frequency. Honor it, protect it, and use it to continually strengthen your connection to your source. Your next step is to begin sharing the wisdom you have gained. This doesn't mean you have to preach on a stage. It can be as simple as offering a kind word, creating a piece of art, or simply holding a frequency of love in a chaotic world. Live your truth openly and bravely. By simply being you, you give others permission to be themselves. Your life itself becomes the message, the sermon, the revolution. The path ahead will still have its challenges, but you will never again feel the same kind of hopeless, meaningless loneliness you once did. Now you have the key. You understand the purpose. You know that you are never truly alone. The entire host of heaven walks with you, the Spirit of God dwells within you, and your soul family is finding its way to you. The most difficult part of your journey is over. The pain has been alchemized into power. The confusion has crystallized into clarity. The loneliness has transformed into a profound and unbreakable connection with the all that is. You have graduated from your divine training with the highest honors. The universe is now looking to you to see what you will do with the incredible strength and wisdom you have acquired. Show them. This is your great encouragement. This is the sacred truth you have been waiting a lifetime to hear. You are seen. You are understood. You are loved. And you are more powerful than you have ever allowed yourself to believe. The solitude was the womb, and today is your rebirth. Step into your destiny, mighty chosen one. Your true life begins now. Before you go, I want you to feel the truth of this message deep within your soul. This is not just information, it is an activation. It is a divine remembrance. You are part of a global family of light, and this channel is one of our gathering places. If these words have resonated with the core of your being, subscribe to this channel and activate all notifications. We are your support system on this extraordinary journey. We will continue to bring you the hidden truths, the cosmic secrets, and the divine guidance that you need to navigate your mission on this planet. The information shared here is designed to empower, validate, and accelerate your spiritual evolution. You are not on this path by accident, and you did not find this message by chance. It is a divine appointment. Welcome home. Share this video with anyone you feel might be a fellow chosen one, struggling in the silence of their own sacred solitude. By sharing this truth, you become a beacon of hope for others, a link in a chain of awakening that is spreading across the globe. You help another soul understand their own beautiful and painful journey, and in doing so, you amplify the light for all. Remember this always, your solitude was the price you paid for your anointing. It was the sacred fire that burned away everything that was not you, revealing the magnificent, eternal, and divine being that you have always been. The forging is complete. The warrior is ready. The time for hiding is over. Go forth and illuminate the world. Your victory is assured. The loneliness you have experienced was the shadow cast by an immense and brilliant light, your own. You had to face the shadow to understand the source of the light. Now turn and face the sun. Feel its warmth on your face. That is the love of God which has never, not for one moment, left your side. Your solitude was an illusion. His presence is the only reality. Never again doubt your path. Never again question your worth. Never again apologize for your light. You have been trained by the greatest master of all, in the most sacred of all classrooms. The solitude was your temple, your fortress, and your greatest teacher. You have learned its lessons well. Now go and with love, courage, and grace, fulfill the magnificent purpose for which you were created.